Oi, yo, yo. Hello, guys. You can't write this shit. I, I literally, I'm so accident prone. I'm like flexing muscle, but bumping my elbow into everything. Anyways, doesn't matter. Like I said, you cannot freaking write this shit. John Jansen is seeking punitive damages. Yeah. We're gonna get into the John Jansen of it all. The Dolores Catania house that she ended up getting in the Berkshires that burned down. We have that to talk about as well. We have a few things to talk about. So before we jump into it, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and let's jump right in. Oh, fuck. Like we do it. All right, guys. So we are starting right here. This is kind of a joke to me. Think it a reality blur, but we did a video earlier talking about Shannon Beador, and now it looks like John Jansen clapped back at his ex, Shannon Beador's attempt to dismiss his fraud claims. Now, amid his lawsuit, he's now asking for punitive damages and lawyers' fees, and Shannon's camp responded, alleging that he failed to show actual evidence that she committed any fraud. Earlier in 2024, John sued Shannon, alleging that she failed to pay him back for two loans, $75,000 in total, for a facelift. And he claimed that she committed promissory fraud and breach of contract. Shannon, however, says that the money was a gift, and following their breakup, obviously, now you're with Alexis Bellino. So now she doesn't want to pay you shit, even though if she has to or is supposed to, she should. Per court documents via In Touch magazine, John reacted to Shannon's attempts to get his promissory fraud claim dismissed. He now wants Shannon to pay his lawyer, well, at least the fees, and punitive damages. The outlet reported that Shannon also clapped back, and she claimed that John failed to give any evidence that she defrauded him, and he wants the court to dismiss his request to have punitive damages. Her lawyer stated, John has not alleged sufficient facts to state a fraud case of action and therefore has not alleged sufficient frauds for punitive damages. John's allegations of fraud do not include facts that support a claim that Shannon did not intend to perform at the time that she entered into the alleged contract for the loan. Now, Shannon has obviously not responded to the rest of the lawsuit, but one source told the outlet, John's attorneys are very confident with the evidence supporting their filings. And according to early documents, Shannon said that she attempted to resolve the issues with her ex before he sued her. My attorney has been in constant communication with his counsel. I agreed to pay John what he wanted because I knew that attorney's fees would surpass the amount sought, but more importantly, to eliminate the negative emotional components that come with the lawsuit. It's important that I continue to focus on the positive aspects of my life and move forward. And John declined the offer because he refused to sign a mutual non disparagement agreement. And I was hoping that if I met his baseless demand, we would at least use this as an opportunity to kind of bring complete closure into this chapter of my life. But no, that's not happening. Now back to it. I just want to say really quick, this to me, if I pay you money and all of a sudden, like we break up and I paid for you to get a boob job, a lip job, eye filler, lip filler. I don't care if you got a nose job, ears pinned back. I don't care if you had abs surgically put in. If we broke up and I said to you, well, it's not a gift. Like over time, I want you to pay it back. And then you were like, oh my God, well, we broke up. Like I get to rid my hands of that. I'd be like, no, I'm coming for my money. I didn't walk away with a facelift. I didn't walk away with any other jobs. However, too, now it seems like John Jansen is out of spite going after Shannon Beador. It seems very, very, very calculated at this point. I'm gonna say that. It seems like he has teamed up with Alexis Bellino. It seems like he just comes off, and I'm not saying he is this way because I have not seen him in person. I have not met him in person. I don't know John Jansen, which is fine. I mean, I could pick him out of a definitely I would notice him. There's not many people with that look. No shade. And if you have to say no shade, they always say there's shade. But anyways, I just feel like they are going after Shannon. And I'm not a Shannon fan. So imagine that. Now, moving on over here because I wanted to get into the Dolores Catania of it all. Dolores in this house that they were going to stay in at the Berkshires. Well, guys, if you didn't see this, it was on tasteofreality.com. Dolores Catania's description of the fire at the Berkshires house that they were all supposed to stay at was a little off. The fire didn't affect the luxury home, but it did affect its unattached garage. Oh. Now, details on the canceled New Jersey trip. On October 20th, 2023, the BerkshireEagle.com reported a fully engulfed garage burns on Monday night at a former Airbnb property off of Long Island Pond Road. The rental property is also for sale and has a history of noise complaints from neighbors about large events. In Great Barrington, a fire destroyed a wooden garage at a sprawling property that is listed for sale. Now, thankfully, according to the town's fire department, there were no injuries, but unfortunately, the garage is a total loss and several cars parked outside sustained heat damage. Firefighters received the call at 9:22 and arrived to the building fully engulfed in flames. Um, can I just share this with you guys? I feel like that would be better. Present, share screen, base reality 16. Here we go. All right. It was the garage of the New Jersey rental house that burned down. So you can see a fire destroys a garage at the Great Barrington property that is for sale for 6.8 million. There were no injuries. Garage is a total loss. Oh, this was the house. Oh, this looks so nice. Wow. And the house was over here. The garage was over there. So they were separated. I mean, honestly, it was kind of like the perfect house. It was the perfect place. Wait, let's just get back to it for 2 seconds. I want to hear what people are saying. So now Bravo TV fans are reacting, and one said, typical exaggeration by a housewife. The truth would have been just as dramatic. Perhaps it was a convenient reason to cancel a trip that maybe someone didn't want to attend. Hey, probably still were unable to rent due to fumes. Okay. And D-Lo, so dramatic. Dude, these people are dramatic. Anyways, the fire follows a difficult history at the 120 square acre property. For 9 years, the owners of 250 Long Pond Road had rented it out to large parties. This irritated the neighbors and led to at least one cease and desist order from the town. According to the BerkshireEagle.com, the owner, Kenneth Alpart, said he and his wife were on the brink of foreclosure and they turned to renting it for events to offset the then $80,000 annual property tax bill, as well as the $20,000 insurance costs. And the listing no longer appears on Airbnb's website, but this incident did not involve Airbnb. I mean, guys, they got to pay the bills. They have to pay the bills. Like, what do you want them to do? Anyways, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Pop off in the comment section. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.